Hello everybody, this is Pastor Green. We're doing the Bible study, Exodus chapter 28. If you'd like me to come speak at your church, or if you have any questions, you can email me at godsohman@gmail.com, or you can always comment below and ask your question. Exodus 28 and verse 1. And take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother, and his sons with him, from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest office, even Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's sons. And they shall make a holy garment for Aaron thy brother, for glory and for beauty. Now it says right here that the holy garments are made for glory and beauty. But we're going to find out later it's got other uses as well. So they basically are making this little outfit here. The undergarments, the blue on the outer garments, this little robe, the breastplate with the different stones on it. And they shall speak unto all the wise and hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom, that they may take Aaron's garments to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest office. So this is saying that God's picked a special person in the tribe that's going to sew this garment. And a lot of times people are born with certain skills and tasks. I can do just about anything out there, but I can't sew. So God wouldn't be picking me to sew. But sometimes God gives us all special talents, and some people are good at certain things, and some people are good at other things. And that's why we all need to come together as one body, so we can help each other out. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, an ephod, a robe, a broidered coat, a mitre, and a girdle, that they may make holy garments for Aaron thy brother. So they're going to make all these things in this chapter. And thy sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest office. And they shall take gold, and purple, and blue, and scarlet, and fine linen. And they shall make the ephod of gold, and of blue, and of purple, and scarlet, and fine twin linen, with cunning work. And it shall have the two shoulder pieces therefore joined at the two edges thereof, and it shall be joined together. So this is going to be the outfit here. You're going to see on the left hand side, there's going to be a robe on the outside. Then there's going to be the blue robe on the inside. Then there's going to be a little outfit that goes on top of that. And on the chest, there's going to be the 12 stones. In Hebrews it says, Wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling, consider the apostle and high priest of our profession, Christ Jesus. Seeing that we have a great high priest that is passed to the heavens, Jesus the Son of God, let us hold fast our profession. For we have not a high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of infirmities, but was all points tempted like we were, and yet without sin. You see, these people in the book of Exodus, God told them what they had to do, and they said, no problem, God, we can do that, no issue, yes sir, whatever you say. And so God said, okay, you want to think you can do all these things? I'm going to make it difficult for you. I'm going to make you jump through all these hoops. But see, when Jesus came, he said, I'm going to do the things for you. I'm going to die for you. I'm going to be your high priest. And he took away all these different crazy garments. We don't have to dress up, because people think that if you dress up a certain way, you're somehow holier than thou. And you can see that there's still people there today that do this. Here's a Catholic bishop's hat. They had different people in the past that have had to dress up a certain way to show that they're holier than you. They're a priest. They're a mighty man of religion. Here's the Pope dressed in his little silly outfit. Here's another Pope dressed in his little silly outfit. The confessional booth. This is nowhere in the Bible. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that you got to go to the priest and confess your sins. God said, come to me. Jesus said, come to me. You don't have to go through a high priest anymore. But they have these things all over the Catholic places. This guy right here, a Nigerian priest who resigned from the Catholic Church. He started his own ministry. But if you see, he's still wearing a special outfit, trying to set himself apart. Look at this, the Russian Orthodoxy, the Greek Orthodoxy. They're dressed in a certain way to try to set themselves apart as holier than thou. Here's the Ukrainian Orthodoxy. Again, they're trying to make themselves like, look at me, I'm holy. Another one right here, some kind of shaman in traditional religious clothing. There's either Ukrainian Orthodoxy. Even the Mormons, they have these things called holy underwear. The Mormons have to wear this holy underwear, and that way the devil can't attack them, and it protects them from fire. And on the breastplate, on the breast of all these, and on the thighs, it has the Messianic symbols. And this is the Mormon garments must be worn at all times to keep you modest and protect from evil and fires. So you have to wear this holy underwear so the devil can't attack you, and apparently it's supposed to protect you from fire so you can't get burned. And they're so particular about this, they refuse to take it off even when they get a shower. So when you get a shower, you got to leave one leg in there. And it's a wonder sometimes how these people have kids. Exodus 28 verse 8. And the curious girdle of the ephod, which is upon it, shall be the same according to the work thereof, even of gold and blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen. Thou shalt take 2 onyx stones, engrave them on the names of the children of Israel, 6 of their names on one stone, and the other 6 names on the rest of the other stone, according to their birth. And with the work of an engraver in stone, like the engraver of a signet, shall they engrave the 2 stones with the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be set on ouches of gold. And an ouch of gold is basically like a pouch. So on each shoulder there's going to be a pouch of gold. And that way when the high priest is walking, he can feel the weight of the tribes on his shoulders. He can feel the weight of them. And thou shalt put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod for the stones of memorial to the children of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders for a memorial. And they shall make ouches of gold. And the 2 chains of pure gold at the ends, a wreathen work shalt thou make them, and fasten the wreathen chains on the ouches. And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment, which is the cunning work, after the work of the ephod. Thou shalt make it of gold, of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and fine twined linen. Thou shalt make it. 4 squares shall be doubled. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof. And a span is just the width of your hand. So from your thumb to the end of your middle finger, if you have your hand out, that's going to be a span. And thou shalt set it at settings of stone, even 4 rows of stone. The first row shall be of sardius, topaz, and carbuncle. This should be the first row. So on this breastplate, you can see there's these 12 stones of different colors. There's going to be 4 rows and three stones in each one of the rows. And you can actually buy these online. It's basically got a chain on top like a necklace. You can wear it over your chest, and carved on there is each one of the 12 tribes of Israel. And you can see here the first row, the second row, the third row, the fourth row, what they are. And everything about the high priest's outfit is extremely biblical and has a history to it. And the second row shall be an emerald and sapphire and a diamond. And the third row a ligure, an agate, and an amethyst. The fourth row a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper. And they shall be set in gold in their inclosing. And the stones shall be with the names of the children of Israel, 12 according to their names, like the engravings of a signet. Every one with his name shall be according to the 12 tribes. And they shall make upon the breastplate chains at the ends of wreathen work of pure gold. So you're basically going to have the square with the 12 stones and a golden chain to keep it around your neck. And they shall make it upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and they shall put the 2 rings at the 2 ends of the breastplate. And they shall put two wreathing chains of gold on the 2 rings which are on the ends of the breastplate. So there's going to be a golden chain around your neck, and there's a golden chain on the bottom that goes around your waist to basically keep it in place. The other two ends of the 2 wreath chains shall fasten to the 2 ouches, and put them on the shoulder places of the ephod before it. And they shall make 2 rings of gold, and they shall put on the 2 ends of the breastplate, and the border thereof, which is the side of the ephod inward. And the 2 other rings of gold thou shalt make, and put them on the 2 sides of the ephod underneath, towards the forepart thereof, and against the other couplings thereof, against the curious girdle of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastplate and the rings thereof unto the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue. And it shall be above the curious girdle of the ephod, that the breastplate be not loosened for the ephod. And Aaron shall bear the names of the children of Israel and the breastplate and the judgment upon his heart, for where he goes into the holy place for a memorial before the Lord continually. So the high priest is going to have these ouches of gold on the shoulder, so he can bear the weight of the children of Israel on his shoulders. And he's going to have the names of the children of Israel on his heart, so the children of Israel is always on his heart. And they shall put on the breastplate of judgment and the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be upon Aaron's heart. And he goeth in before the Lord, and Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon the hearts before the Lord continually. Now this Urim and this Thummim is 2 stones that are also going to be part of this. And I've studied this for years. I have no clue what these things are. If you go online and you Google them, you're going to see thousands of different ideas. Most of them are crazy. I'll just give you one really quick. One thing I've read said that the Urim and the Thummim, they go on the heart. And when you go into the high priest, when you ask God a question, either one of them will light up and one of them won't for yes and no, or one of them will vibrate and one of them won't, meaning yes or no. So you can ask God a question and one of them will light up or vibrate and tell you if the answer is yes or no. I have no idea what these things are though. And they shall make the robe of the ephod of all blue, and there shall be a hole in the top of it, and in the midst thereof it shall have a binding of woven work round about the whole of it, and for the whole of the habergarden, so that it will not rent, basically meaning that it won't rip. And beneath upon the hem of it thou shalt make the pomegranates of blue, and of the purple and of scarlet round about the hem thereof, and bells of gold between them round about, and a golden bell and a pomegranate, and a golden bell and a pomegranate upon the hem of the robe round about. So what this is for, at the very, very bottom of the robe, and you're going to see in this, I think it's the next picture, the picture after that, at the very bottom of the robe there's these little golden things that are hanging, and that's going to be the pomegranate and the golden bell. So when the high priest goes in the holies of holies to the Ark of the Covenant, you can hear him walking, you hear the bells jingling, and that way they know that the priest is still alive. And you can see on the bottom here this little pomegranate of gold bells. They hang there and they vibrate whenever he walks. And it's said that some people would tie a rope to the bottom of the high priest's leg, and if the high priest stopped moving, the bells would stop, and they'd kind of tug on that. And if he would, tug back, they knew he was still alive. But if he didn't tug back, they knew he died. They'd pull him out. And because this was very serious stuff, only the high priest could go in the holies of holies. He had to dress a certain way. He had to act a certain way. He had to clean a certain way. He had to do all these different things a certain way, or else he would die. And it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his sound shall be heard when he goeth in the holy place before the Lord, and when he come out, that he die not. And they shall make a plate of pure gold, and engrave upon it, and the graving of the signet, holy to the Lord. So this right here is saying that they would hear the bells, and that way they would know if he's moving around. And if they found out that the bells stopped, maybe he was dead, they'd be able to pull him out. And they shall put a blue lace, that it shall be upon the mitre, upon the forerunner of the mitre that shall be. It shall be upon Aaron's forehead, that Aaron may bear the iniquity of the holy things, which the children of Israel shall hallow to their holy gifts. And it shall always be upon their forehead, that they may be acceptable to the Lord. And they shall embroider the cord of fine linen, and it shall make the mitre of fine linen, and they shall make the girdle of needlework. As for Aaron's sons, thou shalt make coats, and they shall make them girdles, and bonnets shall they make them for them, for glory and beauty. And they shall put them upon Aaron for thy brother, and upon the sons with them, and they shall anoint them, and consecrate them, and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest office. And they shall make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness, from the loins even to the thighs they shall reach. So basically God's saying that Aaron and his sons are going to be consecrated, anointed, sanctified. Basically, these people are going to be set apart. These are going to be the holy priest. That's going to be their job. That's what they're going to do. They're set apart. They're sanctified. Sanctified just means that they set apart. I'm making this for this specific task. Aaron and his sons are set apart to be high priests, and they're anointed as high priests. And the linen breeches basically just mean like pants almost. And so basically it goes from your waist all the way down to your thighs. So like long shorts basically. And that's basically what's going on with Aaron and his sons. And they shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons when they come to the tabernacle of the congregation, when they come near to the altar to minister the holy place, that they bear not iniquity and die, that it should be a stature for every seed after them. And if you go back to Exodus 24, it says, and he took the book of the covenant and read it to the audience of the people, and they said, all that the Lord has said we will do, and be obedient. 3 different times in Exodus did they say, whatever God says, we're going to do that. And that was the biggest mistake of their lives, because they said, we can do it no matter what, we can do it, it's great. And they should have said, oh Lord, be merciful on us. Romans 10:4, For Christ is the end of the law, for righteousness to every one that believeth. For Moses describeth the righteousness which is of the law, that the man which doeth those things shall live with them. We're not under the law anymore. The people of the Old Testament were under the law because they said we can do these things. Well, Christ came down, lived his life, died, buried, resurrected. And now Christ has fulfilled the law. If you ever listen to Ray Comfort, it kind of baffles me the way that he does his things. I used to not like it, but now I think it's great. He uses the law against them. You think you're going to heaven? Well, have you ever told a lie? Yeah, I told a lie. Okay. Well, have you ever stolen something? Oh, no, you already told me you're a liar. He uses the law against them to show that they're not perfect. We're all sinners. We've all made mistakes. But Christ came down and he died for us. John 14:12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works which I do, he should do also. And the greater works that these shall do, because I go to my Father. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that I will do, that the Father may be glorified of the Son. For if ye ask anything in my name, I will do it. God basically said that he's going to basically be there for you. He wants you to be part of his family. And I tell people all the time, think about it this way. Let's say that your child and the neighbor's child is in the backyard and they're playing baseball. And all of a sudden you hear a big crash and the ball hit the window and broke it. Now what happens next depends if it's your kid or the neighbor's kid. If it's your kid, you're not going to get the law involved. The law has nothing to do with it. This is a family matter. You're going to take this window out of his paycheck, maybe his rear end, maybe you're going to make him do chores. It's a family matter. You're going to deal with this as a family. If it's not your child, you're not going to spank the neighbor's kid. You're going to go to the neighbor's kid's parents to say, this is what the child did. Now the parents may pay the bill, they might not. And if they don't pay the bill, it might end up being a legal matter. But it depends on if you're in the family or not. See, Jesus wants you to be part of his family. Jesus wants you to be there. Jesus will pay your debt. You might be punished a little bit, with your life, but he's going to pay your debt for you. If you decide you don't want to be in his family, you're going to end up in hell and you're going to be judged. We don't want to be under the law anymore. The law is too strict. Well, guys, that's the video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, you can send me an email or you can comment below. Make sure you like this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you think somebody might be interested in here, go ahead and share this video. On the bottom right of the screen is going to be the Exodus Bible study if you want to start in the beginning. Top left is going to be the Genesis Bible study. And then the bottom left is going to be a video that YouTube thinks you guys would like. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.